off we go from Las Vegas. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Raiders had 10-5 to start play, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 8th play in this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers, so that's Kenny Pickett.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
To the air on first down with Pickett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 13 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool. He looks calm. He looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Now Pickett.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows? You might get on one of those magical runs. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before you get to the marker.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Daz Newsome. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down. Here's Davis Price. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. On the return, Carter. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And it's complete to Adams. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Back to Renfrow again, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have regained the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They find some. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, Garoppolo.
Slant to Adams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo now.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. Down to about the 32.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. To throw is Garoppolo. Hard throw, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Read option. Here's Davis Price. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Pickett going to keep it again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. From the 36, Garoppolo. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Garoppolo again. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The kick by Carlson is good. And they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Russell Wilson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Davis Price will try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here comes Carter. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. It's caught here by Adams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Looking to throw, Pickett. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First and 10. Here's Pickett. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. An option give to Davis Price. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Pickett back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Jacobs. Gets past one man, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Garoppolo.
The slant connects with Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Pickett. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Pickett. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And certainly they are pleased to know that they will be in the postseason. That's the good news. They have clinched a spot at least. The bad news, at least for now, they would have to make a run out of that 6-hole CD, and that's not an easy prospect.
Not at all, especially with how loaded this conference is. And think about the thought of trying to run through 3 road games just to the Super Bowl. It seems unlikely, but we have seen it happen before.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Drake Jackson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Niners down by 9. 2:13 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett, that's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So this one, a victory for the Raiders. So for Las Vegas, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.